validating ROI at multiple stages. An advanced capital budgeting process should promote the usage of ROI assessment throughout the course of a project. This encompasses the phase of pre, mid, and post-implementation. Even if a formal NPV or discounted cash flow instrument is not used, many hospitals employ formal or informal executive reviews to evaluate the advantages of an investment in new technology. Steering committee evaluations are used in more advanced hospitals to rank and evaluate IT investments across various categories using quantitative criteria and to estimate alignment with hospital strategy. The use of business case justification with in-depth ROI models is implemented in the most advanced hospitals and is supplemented by a portfolio management approach. In the midst of deployment or implementation, hospitals should periodically review the project to make sure that no changes have been made to the circumstances that called for the investment or to the underlying assumptions themselves. Use mid-project reviews to evaluate the project status and overall health and keep track of the earned value that has been recognized thus far. Figure 5.5 illustrates the various analyses that can be performed over the course of the project. The first one is pre-implementation, where the executive review of spending proposals, steering committee evaluation, business case justification. Second is deployment, the measurement of earned value to date, portfolio monitoring, and mid-project checkup. The last one is post-implementation, where the formal go-live review and post-implementation ROI review. Calculating return on investment. The ROI for a project can be determined in 3 steps, which is the first step is identify benefits, the second one is calculate costs, and the last one is model results. Identify benefits. Finding and calculating the benefits is the first stage in the ROI process. Benefits, often known as the cash inflow or return, are gains or positive changes in outcomes. Benefits can be divided into 5 categories which are listed in decreasing order of their capacity to measure financial outcomes. Those who increase revenue, those who lower operational costs, those that boost or broaden service levels and lines, those who enhance the working environment, and those required due to legal regulatory system, end of life, or other factors. The simplest area to assess is revenue enhancements. However, for most hospitals, this area only makes up a small portion of overall programs. Expansions in revenue-generating areas, higher prices, a larger market share, or other ways to take advantage of new prospects for top-line revenue growth would all be made possible by technology projects that increase revenue. For instance, creating an online patient referral and admissions process for a hospital could result in more patients and appointments as well as higher revenue. Likewise, making investments in technology that raise the hospital's brand recognition may be considered as a means to boost profit. The majority of projects, on the other hand, concentrate on minimizing costs or expenses. All costs associated with an investment, whether operationalized or capitalized, direct or indirect, are included in this definition of cost. Most investments made in IT projects can be capitalized or recognized as assets on the balance sheet, and the cost can be stretched out or depreciated over the time periods in which the benefits will be realized. But as will be seen later in the chapter, both expenditures should be regarded equally in the ROI analysis. Costs like as labor, materials, and other similar expenses are considered direct expenses because they directly relate to the service being offered. Space, utilities, insurance, and other expenses that are required but not directly associated with the process and issue are examples of indirect costs. Benefits in this area include decreasing costs due to increased productivity, enhanced reliability, quicker cycle times, fewer human labor, removal of duplicate and redundant data and systems, and overall higher efficiencies. Projects that aid in enhancing or expanding service lines fall under the area of benefits. This benefit category includes aspects such as increased accuracy, better information quality, higher levels of care or services, information availability, and the capacity to produce more consistent or stable performance. Projects that enhance the working environment fall under another type of benefits. Although they are challenging to quantify financially, these factors can have a favorable effect. For instance, ergonomic adjustments to a production process can increase efficiency by reducing noise, clutter, and physical effort. Additionally, initiatives that generally enhance working circumstances may produce advantages within this category. Finally, advantages result from following laws, rules, and mandates as well as from having fully functional model systems. Failure to comply with these requirements could result in fines and other issues with the law that could be prevented. Despite being challenging to define, these factors are crucial to take into account when choosing an investment. Next is calculate costs. It's crucial to recall all project-related expenses. The 6 main categories of costs are labor, hardware, software, implementation assistance, communication and infrastructure, and miscellaneous. The company incurred human costs of 4 salary contract work, benefits, and training are included in labor costs. The majority of projects involve large labor expenses, and calculating this precisely at a detailed level enables the creation of a far more complete picture. To perform a very thorough analysis of the real time and effort required for the procedure and/or project under consideration, the use of time and motion studies is advised. Another significant cost area for most projects is hardware. Hardware costs encompasses all outlay for workstations, desktops, printers, fax machines, servers, mainframes, storage memory, and network equipment, to name a few. A thorough review of all hardware needs and prices must be taken into account because new technology frequently necessitates an investment in new gear. Software is a common part of technology. Costs associated with operating systems, licensing, and maintenance or support for software must be properly taken into account. Cost of any consultants who will be employed during the implementation phase is included in implementation assistance, as are the price of travel, training, and education, internal resources committed to the project, and any additional implementation-related expenses. Any telecommunications platform, phone, or data line improvements or additions are included in the cost of communication and infrastructure costs. The project's other expenses that are not particularly included in the category specified above can be recorded in the miscellaneous category. After all costs have been determined, they must be categorized and broken down into the specific time periods during which they were actually incurred. These expenses ought to be included in the same spreadsheet as the benefits. Model results. Modeling or quantifying the outcomes is the last step in the ROI calculation process. This entails a direct comparison of the anticipated benefits minus the anticipated expenditures. As was already said, ROI is calculated by dividing the total profits or gains from a project or investment by its overall cost. Once more, ROI can be mathematically stated as ROI equals to total benefits minus total cost divided by total investment times 100.